there, class. Happy Valentine's Week. Some of you will appreciate this. I know as your high school students, I don't know how much control your parents have taken over your cell phone business, and maybe you'll resent me for this. I hope not. But I have a 13-year-old, and right now his cell phone is my cell phone, you know what I'm saying? And so when he's texting his little friend named Megan, I'm looking through his text the other day, and this is how romantic he is. He said, "So, are we doing Valentine's gifts?" Don't you love the direct approach? Okay, well, you know, sometimes direct works. Sometimes you have to kind of go a little more gently. I'm not sure that he's ready to give out dating advice, but it still struck me as funny. So I hope you appreciate that. And we are ready for week 5 this week. Like I said, Valentine's week. I'm going to just kind of cruise through the course content on my other screen here as I talk you through it so that you have an idea of what we're looking at this week. The first thing that you'll see pop up is one of our retro slideshows called Motivation and Reward in Learning. And it's learning from essay feedback. And I will tell you this, some of you may have caught on to this. The essay feedback form that I added to your last essay, and I'm about halfway done grading those. By the time you get this video, you should be able to see your score for the essay. The feedback form I gave you was intended actually for a little later in the course, but it still has the same import. And the idea is that there is a certain amount of reward in getting a conversation out of what you write. I know a lot of my classes prior to college, I felt like I was, and even some of my college classes, I felt like I was handing in something I poured my heart and soul into, or maybe that I just really worked hard on, and you know, somebody like bled all over the paper, but they didn't really give me the feedback to my thoughts that I was hoping for. So we're going to talk about that a little bit in this slideshow. And then there's a comma rules slideshow. Some of you might see on your paper, hey, you have a comma splice, or hey, you need to set that name off with commas on both sides. And there will be then a comma rules test following that little quiz. You'll notice that if you get at least 50% right, you're going to get both points. And I was made aware when I was trying to transfer grades that I had some of the settings kind of off on the first quizzes. So if you're still not seeing your direct feedback on those quizzes, would you let me know? I think I've tweaked the settings on the quizzes so that you get the feedback right afterwards. But if it's still not showing up and you're kind of going through these blindly, let me know. So far, everybody who's done them has gotten all the points, if that relieves your mind. Okay, and then we have an optional assignment of using the e-tutoring service, and some students have been very helpful in giving us extra information on how to access that. If you're struggling with that, you can look back through the forums. That's where that information came out. And if you want some direct instruction, you can call the Success Center, and that number is on the page for the e-tutoring assignment. Okay, and that is an optional assignment. You're going to answer some discussion questions. Be sure that you are also posting the very important reply questions as well, or reply to a student. And if you see somebody who's not getting any replies, give them some feedback, okay? Mix it up a little. Also, you're going to get more feedback if you would you're going to get more feedback on your writing if you submit a comment, an initial post earlier in the week. I know that my deadlines are Sunday at midnight, but that's just to give you flexibility, and I'm hoping that you post earlier so that you can get more feedback. The big kahuna assignment of the week is the evaluation essay, and that prompt was given to you last week. If you're having trouble with that, let me know. It is a choice. Somebody asked me, do I do all of those? No, choose an option and evaluate. You're basically by setting up criteria, we mean standards by which you can measure that place, event, experience, product that you wish to evaluate. Kind of a fun assignment. I kind of enjoy doing this myself. I feel like I'm constantly evaluating things, and that's how my mind works. So some of you might be having fun with this too. Do make sure that even though you're having several criteria, that you have a central focus thesis statement. That's really important, even though you're measuring by several different criteria to keep your essay on track. All right, that's all she wrote for this week. If you have questions or concerns, keep the questions coming. You're doing a great job communicating, and that's ever so important in an online classroom. I look forward to hearing from you this week. Bye-bye.